Welcome to Titanium Court. It's supposed to be a match 3 auto battler according to Steam. I have no idea. I just saw a weird trailer and decided I wanted to play it. So let's go. Slot 1? Sure, please begin. A man steps onto stage and taps a microphone. Good evening. Before we begin the game, there's a few announcements. First, due to the unexpected circumstances, the part of the player will be performed by an understudy. A couple of audible groans and one muffled boo erupts from the audience. Now, there's no need for that. This kid may not be a star yet, but I've seen her rehearse and I can guarantee she'll impress you. She may not have had time to memorize any of her lines, but will neither have any of you. Second, we'd like to warn you that this production features a significant amount of obscenity. But before all the parents in the audience begin covering their children's ears, know this. This stage is enchanted, such that the obscenities can only be heard by those of sufficient emotional maturity to handle hearing them. So none of us will hear them, because that ain't me, dude. And finally, the writing room would like to issue an apology for failing to complete the script before this performance. They're working on it as I speak, so it is my pleasure to announce that tonight's performance is also a race. Who will win? The writer's fiercely working to finish the script or the performers attempting to perform it? I can't answer the question, but I can announce that the race begins now. We hope you enjoy the game. Okay. Where should you start? You are walking through the woods. Okay. When the world around you shattered. Okay. Oh, there's match 3. This was both alarming and inconvenient, I bet. Isolated on a lone stretch of ground, you were transfixed as the broken landscape began to rearrange itself. Your eyes followed trees and hills collapsing in lines of 3, as if the forest you knew were not becoming carefully untangled. You dared not move from your position as the ground beneath your feet quivered in anticipation of shattering further. Okay. So, you passed the time this way for who knows how long. Does something bad happen? Okay. Until the court slid into view. Alright. At first you weren't sure you could trust your eyes. But there it is, a great shining structure among the rolling landscape. Something stable and enclosed, a shelter. You kept your eyes on it, hoping it would draw close enough that you might peer inside the windows. Alright. Surprisingly, the court appeared able to move freely through the broken landscape, disregarding lines of 3 as it approached your position. Okay. Oh, I have to, okay. And as it came near, the shattered landscape lurched. With little warning, the 4 snapped back together as if someone had pulled the knot of reality tight once again. Except, by now, it wasn't the forest you knew, it was hardly even a forest. I would not label this a forest, dude. You stood stretched and began the hike towards the court. Alright. Okay. Later, while the sun hovered low over the horizon, there was a feast within the walls of the court. Hoping to avoid any attention, you sought out a more isolated part of the hall. An empty table near the exit where no one would pay you much mind. A sound plan, except... The hall was soon overflowing with people, and your table was no exception. The young man seated to your right began engaging you in idle conversation. The weather, how you found the meal, the role of the individual in a society, and how you preferred to make your bed, those sort of subjects. All right. Eventually, he inquired about how you came to arrive at the court. Which answers my question quite thoroughly, while raising many more, he says, while as you conclude your tale. But forgive me, why are there resources over here? And a health bar. But forgive me, you haven't actually finished your story, have you? You admit there is a bit more, though you have yet to make sense of it. The people within the court were earnest but awed. After your arrival, you attempted to get some answers about your whereabouts and the strange circumstances outside, except they spoke mostly in riddles and nonsense, didn't they? They did. Let's find out where you are. Okay. Okay. A man resting in the shade of a wall, a woman in a helmet doing her taxes at a picnic table, a pair in front of a blackboard discussing magic, a small cat bathing in the sun atop the walls. Well, I mean, that's who we're talking to, dude. We gotta talk to the cat first. This is honestly the most knowledgeable dude. Said the small cat, meow. Ah, your questions are numerous, but inconsequential, for they miss the current crisis. See, I knew he was a genius. Meow. What crisis? Why the crisis wherein my dinner is late? You guys read this part. I'm reading what the cat actually said, okay? Meow. Meow. Purr. A woman behind you laughed. Oh, don't listen to him. He's been fed twice today already. Next, you. Hold on, are you seriously going to tell me about every individual conversation you had in excruciating detail? Nah. Skip most of this. What's important is what happened next. Finding no answer. Yeah, we talked to the most important person. Finding no immediate answers inside the court, you move to the top of the wall and look outward. Perhaps there was something you could see from the vantage that would shed more light on your situation. To the contrary, conditions outside the walls were even stranger than your time of arrival. The rest of the shattered landscape had now melted away and the court stood alone amidst a void. But not for long. Like a rush of water, new surroundings begin to surround. Yep. Why are there enemies? Much of the new topography was familiar to you. You could identify fields, water, woods, and hills. But there was something else to see. A menacing group of other courts were also part of the landscape. You were not alone in noticing these. Someone shouted, "The war, the war, the war is here." Someone else, "That can't be," Puck said, "No wars until we find the queen." Then perhaps you should explain that to them. Surrounded by the enemy on all sides and bereft of obvious course of action, the people of the court began to pray. A man stepped forward and offered the first prayer. "I genuinely wish no harm upon our enemy. I merely pray that they would fade into obscurity." That sounds like worse. Wow, I didn't expect that to work, but thanks. The woman named Robin offered the next prayer. My notes are quite clear on this. Prayer does not work. Our time is much better spent steering the court. Remember, their soldiers cannot cross water. We should try to take shelter behind a moat until the tide comes in. There, now the river protects us from nearly half the field. Hills should also slow their advance, so for my next prayer... But the next prayer did not belong to Robin. The next prayer belonged to the cat. My little meower. Meow. Hey? You probably didn't notice, but something just happened over here. What happened is, by matching fields, the court has now acquired more food. Similarly, other parts of the field can be matched to earn water, timber, and rock? None of those fairies in the court will tell you this. Their religion forbids them from acknowledging the existence of the user interface. But I am a secular tooltip. I fear no god. I will do my best to provide you with this vital information. You're welcome. Her. Robin then bemoaned the loss of the moat. And we face even more of the enemy than before. Why must I bother? The scholars at the blackboard now chimed in. We've identified the most strategical sound location, this spot right here. If we just still over there carefully, we should be fine. Sitting pretty. Okay. But Robin interjected. Stop, look at the clock. It's almost low tide. We have time only left for only one more move. Okay. Hello again. Hello. So the clock and the time left Robin alludes to is in fact this unassuming progress bar at the edge of your vision. Much like life, every move you make will deplete some of your remaining time. That's a tooltip. If we only have one prayer left, what do you suggest we ask for? Sigh, might as well pray for a miracle. Okay. Oh, okay, yeah, that's a start. Apologies, but another explanation from me, your humble tooltip, is in order. The previous move chained multiple matches together. Because of this, you've earned some bonus time. For the fairies of the court, this might as well be a miracle. Is there any chance we could do that again, whatever that was? But there was no such chance. The next prayer would be the last one. Incidentally, the next prayer also belonged to you. Unsure of what any of this really meant, you imitated the people around you and made a pointless decision. Okay, so now I can move. Gotcha. Well. Alright then. What should my pointless decision be? Let's, I don't know, man. There's nothing, there actually, like, is nothing to do. I mean, if I throw this up, I guess I'll only have this dude to deal with, right? Snaps together as the court snapped to attention. Windows were shuttered, doors were slammed, large swashes of people emerged from further inside and formed a line near the gate. Alright. A tap on your shoulder, one of the scholars. We could use some help in the dressing room if you have a free hand. Alright. Along with the scholar introduced to you as Hop and Skip, you sorted through a large pile of costumes, props, and weapons. Check the tag on that, would you? Make sure I put it together properly. Click and hold. Farmer, working fairy. Gathers food from field. Alright. If it looks correct, feel free to hand it out. Click to use. Hand the bundle of Farmer's Appeal to the first person in line. Unperturbed by the idea of harvesting wheat in the middle of a battle, they whistled as they marched out the front gate. Okay. Now do it again. Now see if this one fits anybody. Click and hold. Soldier, offensive, attacks the enemy. Click to use. Alright. Handed a bundle of armor and weapons to the next person in line. She tested the weight of the weapon in her hand. I haven't received any training, so I'm just planning to hit anything that doesn't belong to us. Alright. After this minimal preparation, the scholar considers their work finished. I'd place our chances of survival somewhere near abysmal, but I'm afraid that this is the best we can do. A small mercy at least that the queen isn't here to witness this. Alright, dude. And so you waited with the others for the battle to commence. Hello, I must pester you one more time before I take my leave. Observe, this is the undo button. Use it to change your mind as many times as you wish before starting the battle. However, the official editorial position of this tooltip is that you are liable to lose no matter how many times you change your mind presently. When you are ready to lose, use the play button to proceed to the battle. Now I will leave you in peace. Alright, dude. But should you ever desire the company of your loyal tooltip, all you need to do is click and hold over any button or tile and I will do my best to explain it to you. And so it does. Alright, a bit flammable? Commence battle, sure. Oh, so I go first, then they go. Huh. Yeah, I'm not living, dude. Apparently, okay. Okay. Glass half full, huh? And then, sometime later, as the sun hovered low over the horizon, there was a feast within the walls of the court. Oh, it just reset. Man to your right is beside himself with laughter. Okay, so our court, caught off guard by a sudden war, stumbled behind enemy lines, made a token attempt at resistance. Apparently I don't know what token means, by the way. And was summarily toppled. Do I have that right? Yes, that does appear to be an accurate summary. Well then, I'm certainly glad I slept through that. As you look at your surroundings, a switch flips in your mind. Your own story makes a little sense now that you think on it. How did you... Your companion pats your arm. Don't worry about it. If our court couldn't withstand physical destruction, we wouldn't last 5 minutes within the pull of the tide. But enough of that. It's about time I made some introductions. As you've narrowly avoided learning, this place is called Titanium Court. Meanwhile, I have the honor of being the steward of the court. My name is Puck, although my lovers and enemies call me Goodfellow. I am chief advisor and friend eternal to our fair queen. As fancy as that sounds, in practice it means he's unemployed. One of the scholars, the man named Hop, has approached your table. He appears to have had a drink or two, or four. Need to remember, don't need to say or four, just like the cat, just does meow, dude. He pulls up a seat between the two of you and assumes a jovial position. Okay, perhaps I'm wrong. Guess the queen stood us up, eh, good fellow? Lucky for her, I'd say. I'd skip town too if I knew what a sorry showing the court would make. But on the plus side, we can continue draining her wine cellar. Now, are you going to help me with that, good fellow, or are you just going to stare at me? I don't mind either way. Puck, staring at the scholar, mouth agape, slowly inhales and pinches his nose. What fools thee? How drunk are you, Hop? The queen is right here. I've been speaking to her for the entire feast. I'm the queen? I really like that record scratch being shown, dude. An excited hush falls over the entire hall. Hop blinks, looks at you, looks at Puck, turns bright red. Oh, huh, I see it now. That calls for Her Majesty's finest vintage. I'll be right back. As Hop makes a quick exit, you look steadily at Puck and shake your head. There's no use denying it now, not after the tale you told me. If you'd like more proof, just take a look at where you're seated. You slowly take in your surroundings. Uh-huh. Okay. Now, Puck smiles. Now, if I may conclude my introductions, let me introduce the court to your majesty and likewise. He stands up and addresses the entire hall as he says, long absent, the queen of Titanium Court, always a stranger, has arrived. Cheers erupt and dessert is served. All right. To your left, Hop returned with an armful of glasses and bottles. And about time too, good fellow. Did you tell her about the war yet? Titanium Court. All right, dude. Chapter 1, a place beloved only... Well, I guess I'm not reading that. And then, just a short while after the feast, the court returned to war. Yep. Word, dude, word. Happens. I feel you, dude. You're in charge of the war now, your majesty. You should be fine. Just remember everything we've taught you about magical warfare. Blinking slowly, you remind them that at this exact moment they have taught you roughly nothing about magical warfare. Ah, good. She remembers quite clearly. High tide. While the field is broken, arrange it to your advantage. Alright, what's this? Consult the ever-changing map. Inspect your available units. Sure, let's look at it. Okay. You don't know what any of this means. Okay. I really don't get this at all. All right, dude, whatever, I guess. Stump, a seat announcing new beginnings, a soapbox of the natural world. Yep. So. I suppose let's just begin, I don't know. So that ruins time, but that makes it... Okay, so this is the time. Gotcha, gotcha. Just was making sure, you know. This is in fact a match 3 game and also an auto battler. It just simply did not lie to me, dude. This feels pointless, right? Ooh, although... Yeah, this is a good idea. This is a good plan. And let's just knock you down. Unfortunately, we're not gonna... We're gonna be, like, not, like, completely fine, but we're gonna be, like, fine. Well... well. Maybe a little less fine now, but it is what it is. Make preparations for battle. Yep. I suppose give... Oh, dude, I can just... Heck yeah. I'd like you to go up there. There you go. There we go. Yeah, this is about the best we're doing, dude. Continue. Commence battle? I guess, man. I don't know. Oh, they actually move around a little. Okay. All right, let's commence battle and see how terribly I have done. Yep. I guess I've done just fine. Oh. Okay, I didn't know that's what that would have done, but cool. Just fast forward. Huh. Well, yeah, well. Having now achieved some kind of victory in the war, you wonder if someone in the court might help you return home. It would be our pleasure if you can show us the way. Also, that was only one battle. There are many more to come if my notes are to be trusted. Okay, well, if you understand this map correctly, if it even is a map, there appears to be some sort of signage just ahead. Yep, that's this one right here, dripping with symbolism. Perhaps if you can reach those signs, you'll learn more about where you actually are, along with how to get home. And to reach them, we need merely be swept forward by the tide, as we have been all along. Convenient. Yeah? Cool. High tide while the field is broke. Yeah. Alright, well, I guess, Oh, hey, it's safe. What are you? But what's that do for me, dude? Oh, I get to break it. Oh. I see. I understand. Well. I have no idea what I'm doing for the most part. I really don't. I'd like to lie to you and tell you I do, but I have no idea. Ooh, yeah, well, yeah, I guess. What's this say? Match for that, very slow to travel on foot, and not flammable. Yippers, dude, yippers. You ever get the feeling that what you're doing is either a great idea or a horrifically bad idea? Alright. I'd say this has more or less worked out for me. Yep. Cool. I have no enemies now. So what are you? Take a look inside the storage unit? Sure. It's locked. Okay. Oh, I can only get 2 dudes to harvest wheat, but I can get like a ton of warriors, dude. Immense battle. We're doing something here. So that gave me like a crown? I have no idea. Couldn't tell you what's just occurred. Did it give me money? High tide, yeah. What are the pumpkins? A false friendly face. Well, this is not exactly moded, but it's probably fine. Yeah, send me just all the way down, dude. Okay, well, that was a little further than I meant to go. Whew. There. Like this? Yeah, like that. There we go. There's that. That's gonna take care of a couple more people. Oh, actually, if I want to just do that, like, I could do it a couple times and I'd be completely safe. But honestly, I think I have a brick house of units right now. Like, yeah, I can make like 6 of these dudes. Like, they're not prepared for this, brother. They ain't prepared at all. Let's do that. No idea why I'm doing this, if I'm being completely honest with you. Ta-da! Commence battle. Ta-da! Commence. Got a ton of wheat, dude. A menacing bird cage. Yeah? Your Majesty, I have notes on this foe. Let me know if you'd like to see him. Your foe? A well-defended fortress creates a moat at the start of each battle. Okay. Oh, yeah, sure. Tell me about it. Well, what's up? At the start of low tide, the birdcage will flood its surroundings with water. Following that, the birdcage will attack the court with birds. Finding it might prove tricky. If it's always surrounded by water, the court soldiers will be unable to reach it. You agree and wonder if there's another approach the court could take. Either way, you thank her for the Robin for the information. Aren't some of those enemy courts empty? You notice a subtle difference. Some of the enemy courts on the battlefield. While enemy courts have soldiers prominently stationed outside their gates, there's also plenty that appear to be completely empty. Think you can maybe assume that these empty will not attack the court during the coming battle. Yes, you can assume that. Additionally, you can see when enemy soldiers will attack the court over here on the timeline. Even soldiers might be no threat if you can deal with their courts before they attack. Okay. My HP travels across the battle. That's upsetting to learn. Oh. I think I figured out how to deal with the birdcage. I think the way you do it is you make sure that there is a empty court next to it. That way you can just run across, you know? However, I do need a ton of wood and a ton of stone to make my life happy. Look, there's a chest resting on a patch of land, yeah? We should be able to recover its contents as long as it remains in sight until low tide. All right. Whatever you say, bud. Why are more and more birds appearing? If I go down 3, water should be blocking my path, right? I should probably just do that. Yep. What's up with the chest? Yeah, tell me about it. Goods for the taking. Okay. Oh, I can collect a bird? Gunboat. Attacks the enemy via water. Huh. Why is it more expensive? Is it just like better? Give me the bird. Oh, you know, I guess give me the gunboat too, dude. Okay. Oh, we just did all. Okay, I see. Here's this. I have no idea if this is good or not. This is a problem. Huh. Okay. With time and repetition comes comfort. You feel your maximum level of comfort increase to 1. Okay. On the next morning, you awake on a strange bed. The bed is strange, not just because it is not your usual bed, but because it's also not the bed you fell asleep in. All right. Puck told you any room within the court might be the Queen's, so you parted with him at the first room you found that wasn't already occupied. Small chamber beneath the staircase, a twin-sized bed neighbored by a nightstand and a lamp, a small desk in the corner, no window. Meanwhile, the bed you awake in is queen-size and contained within a spacious chamber that opens onto a balcony. Wouldn't that be just upsetting? It's kind of neat that how it did that. The balcony overlooks the courtyard of your new home. You appear to be roughly 5 stories above the ground. Your bedchambers, what should you do here? Take stock of your possessions. Yeah, sure. You look over the scant possessions that were on your person when you arrived at the court. Everything appears to be where you left it, with one irritating exception. Sometime between your arrival and now, you've managed to misplace your keys. In a way, you suppose you also managed to misplace the locks for those keys were intended for. Huh? A mystery admittedly of much greater concern to you than the missing keys. Fair. I guess let's go look outside. The courtyard, what should you do? Who is this? This isn't what is this? Whatever. Let's return to our office, dude. Go to war, look out the window. Yeah, consult the ever-changing map. Oh yeah, we lost. I'm an idiot. Look out the window? Sure. There are some dogs catching frisbees just out of frame. Oh, look at that! Oh, dude, look at those dogs. Look at them go! Neat. Right on, brother. We're not going to war. What should you do here? Sure, let's go look at the dining hall, I guess. What should you do here? Grab some breakfast. Why not? In the light of day, the feasting hall more so resembles a common area, I'm pretty sure it said. You collect some breakfast from the buffet, then seek a table. You'd prefer to sit somewhere out of the way near an exit, ideally hidden. All right. That is a lot of food. You sit in the most nondescript location you can find, a corner near the trash bin. Before you finish the bite, a whole host of fairy courtiers arrive with their meals and sit with you. They make idle conversation and a few honest attempts at answering your myriad of questions, none of them successful. As you complete your meal, you idly note that your table is now the most lively and boisterous table within the hall. You also note idly that despite your assurances that he would answer all your questions, the man called Puck remains nowhere to be seen. As a result of eating breakfast, you get a small bonus. You get 10 bread. Cool. Let's go talk to Puck. He's just across the courtyard. Perfect. You have many things you wish to ask him. Oh, he's left. All right. You might be imagining it, but he appeared to retreat the moment he saw your approach. Oh, well, I guess all we can do now is go to war. Well, off to war we go, dude. After breakfast, the court goes to war and you ready yourself a question. Your Majesty, is the intensity of the war to your liking? If not, feel free to adjust the thermostat. The thermostat, maybe make things a little easier on yourself. With her calculator returned to her, Robin can give you a detailed analysis of the battlefield. Start with 2 mulligans that let you retry a losing battle. Decrease shop prices. Start with 2 thorns. The enemy units will take damage when they attack your court. Start with a basic income of 2 at the start of every low tide. I mean, this feels stupid, but comfort? I mean, shop prices decrease? Proceed at max comfort level, why not? Despite falling short of them yesterday, you're confident you can reach those signs today. Very good. Her Majesty's loyalty to this approach is quite admirable. How steadfast. Yep. Yep. What are those stumps have to be good for something, right? Probably. So I'm thinking that what we want to do is fight the empty the empty castles in order to get money, right? Yeah. That's what I'm gonna go with. Oh, dude, and the chests will just appear now. Okay, that's a good thing to know. Hum. Yeah, we just need to keep those chests like here, dude. I want to do that. I want to get more wood, but it will do terrible things to my life. I want to get more wood. Hum. Should we just go up like this? Be able to, well... let's do that. Then we do this and everything is still mostly fine. Yeah. Okay. Let's get this wheat and then hopefully we can move. We can! Beautiful. Beautifully executed. All right. Gather all trinkets, buddy. A selection of good things. A knight. Instantly gain 10 wood. Cool. I guess give me the knight? Like, I don't... yeah, sure, dude. Let's go get our units. 3 of you to just fight everything. Ooh, no, never mind. Undo. Give me all my guys first, and, well... other way around, so that I can get a bunch of money. Commence battle. Okay. Well, we destroyed 3. That's probably the best we could have hoped for, to be fair. Oh, there's a shop here? Still need to know what the pumpkin's about. Well, let's do this, right? Yeah. Tap on your shoulder. Robin points to the building in the distance. Your Majesty, that shop is a neutral to this conflict. We should strongly consider stocking up on supplies. Of course, that's only if it stays in view. If it disappears before low tide, we have to wait until we pass another one. All right. Yep, I like that idea. Yeah, this really is a match 3 game. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. I can check on their inventory. However, before you can proceed, the voice on the line stops you to ask if you understand how money works. No, let's go with no. You thought you understood a lot of things before your world shattered, and now you might as well understand nothing. Well, I don't need your life story, ma'am. I just gotta make sure you know where money comes from. Let me explain. First thing you gotta know is where it doesn't come from. You're probably used to getting that during high tide, right? Well, that's not gonna work for money. Instead, you earn money by doing your job. You do have a job. You don't have a job. Come on, I have caller ID. I know you're a fancy fairy queen of the fancy fairy court fighting a fancy fairy war. That's totally a job. Have more confidence. So anyway, the fairy queens usually earn money by defeating their enemy on the battlefield. Just knock down those walls and money will pop out. Oh yeah, you can also get it by selling stuff. But doing your job is surefire. Now that I've given you the talk, how about I tell you what I have for sale? Sure. Working spell. Move to a new location. That's dope. Archer outpost. Cool. Offensive fairy attacks enemy courts from a distance. Bested by mountains. Alright. A shield. Trade wood. Oh, just sell it. Alright. Cool. Well. Yeah, let's just do that. Does this work? It does not. What's this dude do? That's not what I meant to do. Disaster. I need to destroy more boulders. That's what I know. Is a desperate desire of mine right now. And boulders just aren't... Oh, well, no, that'll do it. Here we go. I really wish I could do it again. Let's do that, right? Yep. Now we can get at least 5 dudes getting wheat. Also shop. Oh, that also requires me to give them wood. Let's buy it. Oh, it's like temporary. No. Airlift? Nah. Give me the centaur archer. Okay, to battle. There we go. Commence. Oh, fast forward. We're making money, dude. Yep. So, what? Is that a billboard? That was my question, dude. It's true, there appears to be a billboard of some sort among the scattered elements of the terrain. You go to the outer walls of the court to get a better look. You need law. That thing gives me the creeps, Your Majesty, as if we're about to be sued just by looking at it. Do you agree it might be best to look away lest you draw some unwanted legal attention? Helpfully informs you of available goods and or services. Yeah, let me look at the map. No, that's a catapult. I thought that was going to be law. Huh. All right, dude. Whatever you say. Let's no, I don't. Let's just go do stuff now, I guess. Also, I didn't notice this before, but another structure wades into view in the distance. You suppose this is another? Look, your majesty, a temple of market. Should you wish to pay your respects, it need only stay in view until low tide. Correct. Your brilliance continues to blind. Yep. So what's the market do? Forbids trading during high tide, but you can ask the forecasters to predict the future. Sure. Oh, that's neat. Well. Also, the thing that I noticed earlier, you get 1 for doing that, right? But it looked like if you did 4, it actually gave you an extra 1 on top of that. Which, if I could do 4, I would show you, but I apparently can't. Is what it is, you know? I need wood something fierce, brother. I mean, here we go. Oh, okay. Happy days. I live. Yeah, this will give 2, apparently. So that's pretty neat, in my opinion. Yeah, that's not gonna do anything for me. I mean, like, it'll get me wood, which I think I actually desperately need some. Nah, just 1. I mean, as much as I like the archers, let's do the other guys. Yeah, sure. Let me trade, dude. Let me see. Can I didn't want to sell. Oh, like I can just like do that quite a bit. Huh. Oh, and there's like a limit. As you attempt to make another transaction, an acolyte of the church market pulls you aside. Apologies, ye faithful, but you appear to have reached your hourly limit for devotion. We have no choice but to cut you off for the time being. You're a bit surprised to learn that there are limits on the number of transactions you can perform. That strikes you as pretty inconvenient. Yes, I couldn't agree more, sister, but you see, various jealous and wicked powers have banded together to limit the strength of our faith. Hold fast to your devotion, and one day our glorious market will truly be free. Later, upon mentioning this exchange to Skip, she rolls her eyes. Yeah, we tried no transaction limit for a while and it was a total disaster. Sinkholes of power were constantly popping up. The entire magical ecosystem was under constant threat to collapse. It was also boring. Very boring. Okay. There we go. Done. And I suppose we're gonna create some terrible things for the guys around us. There we go. Commence battle. We just destroyed everything, dude. And now the court finds itself surrounded by catapults. To be perfectly precise, those appear to be trebuchets. Yep, the superior weapon. Given the trebuchets are a subcategory of catapult, you don't see any reason why you can't just call them catapults. Very well, my queen, I retreat in the face of your overflowing wisdom. There's a lot more catapults than I thought there was going to be. Matches with all of those. Fires from a distance, but is blocked by hills. Definitely flammable. What's that other hill? That's not a hill I think I've seen before. Huh. So basically we want to be surrounded by rocks right now. Also, let me see how much this gives me. Gives me 3. Dope. A strange building comes into view. The phone in your office rings. Okay. What's up, dude? Yeah, hey, Titanium Court, Your Majesty. I'm calling from the Glass House. Yeah, we sell potions. As our name suggests, we firmly oppose the act of throwing stones in any and all forms. Therefore, we'd like to offer our full support to Titanium Court in your campaign against these stone-throwing trebuchets. To start, here's a pro tip free of charge. Hills will block the projectiles. Yep. Just surround your court with hills and you'll be safe. And if that doesn't work, we sell a variety of instant use potions that can help you deal with this threat. Give us a call, we'll be happy to help. Who was that, Your Majesty? You explained that it was a telemarketer. Wow, rare that it's useful. Yeah, sure, let me see, dude. Want to set something on fire? Our potions are alarmingly capable of doing that. Potion of Geology can make a mountain out of molehill. Ensures it flood wherever it lands. Huh. I mean... Okay, that works, and it will destroy them. So I think the potion of teleport will be the best thing to buy. Like, definitely, right? Yep, just keep doing it, dude. I mean, I've never been particularly great at match games, you know? But it is what it is. And sometimes you just get lucky, you know? Sometimes you just simply get lucky. And then you look around and can't find another move you can do. Oh, I definitely don't want to do that. Do I have another option? Please? There we go. Ooh, I see a bunch of woods that I can do. That should give me, I think that was 3. And yeah, let me get a quick phone call going. Hey, dude. Yeah, I'd like to buy you. I see. So this would actually probably be insanely safe for us. We just have to take care of these 2 guys right here. Yeah. Let's try it. Oh, that's not great. But I think everyone else is like, yeah, they're not able to do it. Cool. Yep. I think that's all I need, actually. Assuming that I can destroy the catapults. And get a couple of centaurs. Oh, apparently I do not have a lot of wood. Okay, there we go. Just go, I guess. Cool. Oh, they destroy. Oh, that's unfortunate. I did not know they would destroy the stone. Huh. I was unaware. Catapults continue their assault, although you note that there are now significantly fewer of them. That's not significantly fewer, you liar. Sorry. Oh, yeah. Okay, well, let's just do better. How about that? And get rid of you guys. Just let me go down, dude. Hmm. I'm slightly at a loss of what I should do. Seems like a good idea. Yeah, and I should just be safe, kinda. Yeah. Could do that, but first... Nope. Let's go up. Yeah, give me a potion. Give me... Give me flammability, dude. And I want to say we'll be fine otherwise, but I'm kind of scared. Okay, there we go. Fantastic. Yep, this seemed to have worked just fine. So what now? The tide washes away the last of the catapults. You weathered the storm. Yep. The threat of the catapults now eliminated. The glass house pulls up next to the court, and you receive another phone call. The salesman offers congratulations for your victory and asks if there's any further assistance he may provide. You answer immediately, asking if he knows a way for you to return home. Oh, definitely. Let's pull over somewhere and I'll draw you a map. What? What? The salesman shows you the map and explains the directions. Okay, you've seen this before, right? You have, but no one thus far has offered an explanation for any of it. You assumed it was some sort of map. Hey, it kinda is, but it changes every day, so I say it's really more of a weather report. But it's pretty simple. Each of these rows is a battle. Within a given row, each column is a battlefield. You don't follow. You'll figure it out. But importantly, did you know you can choose from 3 potential battlefields before every battle? No, you did not. Anyway, here's where you're at right now, smack in the middle. To get home, you're going to have to end up to make it at the end, which is right up here. Oh, I see. Before or after the dragon? After. Of course. But making it to the end isn't enough. After that, you need to make an exit. Make an exit. Given the abstract nature of movement through the tide, would he be willing to elaborate on that? Oh yeah, it's confusing, right? These routes were conjured back in the 60s. Everyone was hopped up on allegory or something. Round here, making an exit means you gotta continuously leave the path you're on. You know, like you gotta fundamentally change as a person. Okay. This might be a long shot, but does he have any specific advice for how you might do that? Preferably in a safe and non traumatizing way? Do I ever, Your Majesty? That's our specialty. He sweeps his arms back to reveal a shelf of bottles under a marquee that reads love potions. You know, there's not, is he attempting to make a joke? Not at all. Nothing changes a person more than love. Okay, you take a deep breath. If his love potions function like those described in stories, i.e., forcing an individual to fall in love with a person they otherwise have no interest in, then you have absolutely no interest in them. Your Majesty, with all due respect, that's messed up. I don't sell anything like that. You've been hearing some weird rumors. I blame my competition. Please let me set the record straight. My potions cannot create love from nothing. They merely expand the love that already exists within you. Seeing your shoulders relax a bit, he continues with his pitch. Now, if you're new to love potions, I definitely recommend starting small. He pulls a potion off the shelf. Like this one, full of love for something called baseball. This one is great for beginners. The effects are really mild. Drink it and you'll end up liking this baseball. Just a bit more than you already do. That's it. You suppose that does sound relatively harmless. If he also thinks it will help you return home, you might as well give it a try. Perfect. Oh, come on, put your wallet away. I'm not going to charge you for it. Just take it. And so you return to the court with a new map of the war and a single complimentary potion of liking baseball. All right. Now you have a certain idea of what you're looking at here. Based on what the salesman told you, this is either a map or a weather report. Either way, the important thing is that you can choose which upcoming battlefield to traverse. Which battlefield should you traverse? Oh, hey, these are the hills. Missing water, amenity hospital. Extra water. Oh, you get extra bonuses depending on where you go. Neat. I think I want chests if I'm, well, actually, I kind of like shops. Yeah, let's do shops. Birds terrify me, though. Maybe I'd be better off. It's missing wood, so I wouldn't be able to get wood, and that is a huge problem. Let's go to the hills, dude. So what are hills? Winter Hill. Match for that. Very slow to travel on foot. Does not match with summer hills. Oh. So they're two different things. I see. There's a new sign on the battlefield. What's up, dog? Look through your spyglass at the sign in the distance. Dead end. Oh, I know this one. This is a memento mori. I hear they are popular among mortals. This one is quite simple, perhaps even unrefined. It says dead end, so any mortal who reads it can remember exactly what awaits them at the end. In case they forgot, you deem it unnecessary to offer any sort of correction. Alright. I can move it? No. That was just me getting wood. Okay. And yeah, I can't do that because this is a winter hill. Gotcha. Oh, can you match? Yeah, you can in fact match these together. Good to know. So now I'm next to the sign. I don't know if that does anything for me, but it's the truth. Oh, a hospital. What's up, dog? Sell you health. I didn't even think about the fact that I actually do kind of need health. Cool. I'm buying both of those when we have the opportunity, dude. And oh no. Whatever. We'll get another hospital. Have no fear. Have no fear. I was gonna say, you know what they say, scared money doesn't make money. I'm not entirely sure how that would ever be relevant right now, though. So don't worry about that. That's them. Let's do that. I still need more wood. Whatever, do it, dude. Low tide. Let me buy from the hospital, please and thank you. Increase my max health. And then give me surgery, dude. Then increase... Can I undo that? Wait, hold up. I get health back from upgrading my health. Screw the surgery. Yeah, it gives me 10 extra HP. Nah, I'm good, dog. So, do I just want a bunch of warriors? Yep, just like that. No, no, no. Wait, no, no, I want... Oh, wait, I had no water. I couldn't do anything. Never mind. Okay. That worked out better than I thought it would. I really thought I was going to take a lot of damage. So, water, missing woods. Can't do that, dude. Fields, missing hills. Probably could pull that one off. Rare chests. Well, I mean... oh yeah, remains locked. Alright. That's considered, yeah. Gunboats that are restricted to water. Okay. Yeah, this will take care of these guys. The chest will be yours? Yeah, I know. I'm well aware, dude. As long as I don't screw up and get rid of it. No, that won't. Well, no. Just do that. Oh, I'm done. Oh, that went a lot faster than I thought it would. Defamate. Defensive spell designate any tile as a valid military target. Okay. Sure, tell me. Right here's what my notes say. When we defame a tile, it becomes a valid military target. This means that both our units and the enemy's units will attack it when it's in range, but it does not mean they'll go out of their way. One last note, while this spell can be used to trick separate into attacking each other, it cannot be used to make them attack themselves. Okay. Cool. And those are all the notes you have. Thank you for the information, dude. How do I unlock this again? Whatever. I think I have to be next to it. I think... Can I... I'm gonna defame you. Then, get me a couple nights. Oh. There we go. That's the best I can do, bud. 3 farmers. Commence battle. I'm a little worried, dude. Alright, we're fine. Never mind. Now we have to fight the dragon, which, U-turn? As the court moves motionless across the void, it suddenly encounters a neighbor. The couriers cry out in alarm. You spy a great dragon soaring above its lair in the distance. The legendary apex predator opens his mouth and addresses the court. But before he can say anything, one of your couriers approaches you nervously. Your Majesty. Yep. Well, what is it? Can't you see this is a bad time? Well, you've overstayed your what? What are they trying to tell you? Allow me, the fairies of the court are attempting to tell you that you've completed the demo. It's done. What about the dragon? Don't worry, your save file will be carried over to the full version of the game should you choose to purchase it. You'll be able to pick up exactly where you left off. Okay, but you'll probably have forgotten how most of this works by then. Well, we won't make you leave or anything. They won't, but I will. Goodbye. I hope you enjoyed the full game. I hope you enjoy the full game once it's available. Fantastic. Well, that was Titanium Court, and I think I liked it. It's definitely an odd game. Yeah, I guess I hope you liked the video, and like the video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it, and subscribe if you want to see more of me. And I'll probably buy this game when it comes out. Pretty sure, almost definitely. I like the visuals. I will say that much. I definitely like the visuals, and I'm sure that there's going to be more complicated stuff happening when the full game comes out. Anyway, yeah, hope you have a good one. Bye.